Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today's news is one that has shocked many South Africans because it involves a person who was supposed to be protecting the community but instead was caught working with criminals. We are talking about a police officer who has been giving foreign CIT robbers inside information to carry out cash-in-transit van heists in Johannesburg. Stick with me until the end to hear where this news comes from so that you can verify it for yourself. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our updates. Your support helps us keep bringing you news that matters to South Africans. Now let's get into it. Cash-in-transit heists are one of the most dangerous crimes in South Africa. These are not small operations, they involve heavy weapons, careful planning, and usually end with gun battles that put the lives of police, guards, and ordinary citizens at risk. Over the years, security companies and the police have tried to step up measures to fight these crimes, but one of the biggest challenges is when criminals have someone feeding them information from the inside. And in this case, that inside person turned out to be a police officer. Reports from Johannesburg say that the officer had been tipping off a group of foreign nationals who specialized in targeting CIT vans. He allegedly shared information about when and where these vans would be transporting money, the level of security detail, and even which routes they would be using. With this kind of insider information, the criminals were able to strike with precision, making it very difficult for the guards to defend themselves. It is believed that this officer was paid off to provide these details, turning against his oath to serve and protect. What makes this case even worse is that South Africans already struggle with trust issues when it comes to the police. Many people feel that corruption and criminal activity inside the police service make it hard for the public to feel safe. When you hear about an officer directly helping criminals, it confirms those fears and creates more anger in the community. The good news is that the officer has now been busted. A sting operation was carried out after months of investigation, and he was caught red-handed. Authorities say they had been monitoring his movements and communications, and once they had enough evidence, they moved in to arrest him. Along with him, some of the foreign nationals he had been helping were also apprehended, and more arrests are expected as the investigation continues. The news has left many South Africans questioning how deep this problem goes. If one officer is exposed, does this mean there are more inside the force who are helping criminals? And if so, what does that mean for the fight against organized crime? CIT robberies are not just random acts of violence, they are coordinated operations that often need insider knowledge to succeed. Without someone feeding them details, these robbers would not have the same level of success. People in Johannesburg and across the country are demanding accountability. They want to know how officers like this one were able to operate under the radar for so long. They also want stronger action taken against those who use their positions of power to betray the very people they are meant to protect. For many South Africans, this case is a reminder that crime is not just about the men with guns on the street, it is also about the people behind the scenes who allow it to happen. At the same time, this arrest sends a strong message that no one is above the law. Even if you wear the badge, if you are found working with criminals, you will be exposed and punished. The justice system has to follow through and make sure that cases like this are not swept under the rug. Otherwise, the public's trust in law enforcement will continue to crumble. On the streets, reactions have been mixed. Some people are relieved that this officer has finally been caught, saying it shows that there are still honest people inside the system who are willing to root out corruption. Others feel that one arrest is not enough, they want to see a full clean-up of the police service, with tougher vetting and monitoring of officers. After all, if someone can sell out information about CIT vans, what's stopping them from selling out information about ordinary citizens too? This case also highlights the issue of foreign involvement in organized crime within South Africa. For years, reports have suggested that some foreign nationals are part of heavily armed groups targeting CIT vans, and now with proof that they had police connections, it raises bigger questions about national security. Many South Africans feel frustrated, asking why the country continues to be targeted in this way and how these networks are allowed to operate. What's clear is that the fight against cash-in-transit robberies is far from over. Security companies and the police will have to keep adapting, and part of that will mean cleaning out corruption from within. Because no matter how many armored vans or heavy weapons are used, if criminals have inside help, the system will always be vulnerable. Before I wrap up, let me lighten the mood a little. I think we can all agree that if this officer was planning to become rich by helping robbers, he clearly picked the wrong career. Maybe he thought he was in a Hollywood movie, but now he is facing real-life consequences. And if the criminals thought their lucky charm inside the police would keep them safe, well, that charm has just run out. So, South Africans, what do you think? Should there be tougher punishments for officers caught helping criminals? Or do you think the focus should be on cleaning up the system to prevent it from happening again? Thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share your thoughts in the comments. And remember, watch till the end of every video because I always share the sources so you can see where the news comes from and verify it yourself. All images used are for illustration purposes only. Sources: Sowetan Live, Times Live, News 24, Daily Maverick, Eyewitness News.